Thank you so much. Welcome to the spring edition of the Crane Latin Ensemble. We're so pleased to be with you this evening. We have two very exciting halves for you tonight. The first half is a little bit bittersweet because we're going to be saying goodbye and honoring our departing members, the people who are going on to internships and student teaching and some even to graduation. Each of them will have a feature piece to share with you. And then on the second half, we're going to have some very exciting music that we've been working on so hard this weekend by the amazing Dr. Pablo Gil. So here we go. The first piece on our program tonight is a 3D Mambo, and this is a piece that was transcribed by our first honoree, Jerry Wilkie. Jerry's been in the band for 5 semesters. He says one of his favorite memories with Latin had to be playing Maxfield's again after so many years. The last time, he says, I saw Latin at Maxfield's, I was sitting in the audience listening, and now I am in it. Definitely was a full circle moment for me. In the fall, Jerry will be student teaching at in Brooklyn at PS 107, John W. Kimball, and Grand Street Campus High School. He also plans to gig with his band at home, and he says he hopes to be able to give the life as a performer a try. I have one story to share about Jerry. This comes from Andy. And he says, when I was first auditioning as a freshman, Jerry was helping me. We sat in a practice room. We were picking things out. And he got a call from Maddie who said the university police said his roommate was missing. And so they went out to try to figure out what was going on. And when they got back, he said they went back to the practice room and were working on the parts. And Jerry said to me that I needed to trust him to learn how to trust in myself. He said, to this day, that is one of the most inspirational things, and I owe a lot of my success to Jerry's mentorship and guidance. Jerry is the heart and soul not only of this ensemble, but the school, and I'm extremely proud to have worked alongside of him these past few years. Honored to call him a close friend. Jerry has some of the biggest shoes to fill, and we will miss him dearly, and we certainly will. So this is 3D Mambo, transcribed by our own Jerry Wilkie. Jerry Wilkie. Take a bow. Well, our next honoree is Mr. Derek Wolf. Also known as Deke. Derek says, I've been in the band for 7 semesters. My favorite memory is traveling to Puerto Rico and being able to immerse ourselves in the culture and roots of the music that we play, as well as always having a fun and challenging end to each Monday evening. Next year, he will be attending the Mead Witter School of Music, pursuing a master's degree in trumpet performance. Derek says, this ensemble has been a keystone of my musical language and experience, and I truly could not be more grateful to have been a part of it. Here's to one last concert. This is Derek Wolf, Lágrimas Negras. Derek Wolf. We are going to miss that a lot. But we've got a great section coming up too that I know will make us proud. All right. Our next featured solo is from Nick Dombrowski. Thank you. This is Nick's 4th semester in the band. He says his best memory has got to be the Ives Park performance last year. After a year of being in the band but not having played a gig, he was looking forward to that night for a very long time, and it couldn't have gone any better. Outdoor gigs are always risky, but the weather was absolutely perfect. There was a great audience turnout, and it was clear how ready everyone was to get back to listening to live music and dancing together. Plus, he says, I learned some moves from the dance department, and who knew we could all fit in the gazebo? After graduation, Nicky will be moving to New York City. He'll be working for a software company called DigitalOcean. He's really excited to be living in a city where jazz and Latin music thrive, as he loves his love for this music, and he wants it to continue to be a part of his life, a big part of his life. With a little luck, he'll even find some gigs. So Andy sent a story about Nick as well, and I'll read this quickly. One day after rehearsal and helping tear down Hosmer with Mad Stop, Nick and I were talking with Dr. McCoy for like 45 minutes about the history of Latin Ensemble, the old gig locations, and the direction the ensemble was heading. We talked about a lot of very personalized things, and we're getting really deep into the foundations of the ensemble, and when it was finally time to head out, Nick asked if we could watch an episode when we got home. This prompted Dr. McCoy to ask what we were watching, and without hesitation, Nick said, SpongeBob. It was an interesting way to close out the conversation we were having, but was very memorable. So this is Nick Dombrowski on Memories. Nick Dombrowski. Now we're going to welcome two of our vocalists to the stage. Our next candidate for honor here is Nicole Ramirez, and she's going to be assisted by Molly Guarton. So Nicole has been in the band for a staggering 1 semester, but it's been a great one. She says her favorite performance so far was at Maxfield's for the Ukrainian relief concert that we did, and it was really fun to share that moment with the crowd and the band. Her plans for the fall, she hopes to move to the Buffalo area and get a job as a music teacher in the Buffalo Public Schools. Now, I did get one a bit of submission from Molly, who says, from the moment I saw Nicole's audition, I knew she would be such a great addition to the group. Her warm smile and positive attitude always made me feel calm before a gig or even a rehearsal. She is one of the sweetest people I have ever met, and I am so honored to have worked with her. I can't wait to see the bright future ahead of her. She also doesn't know that I'm writing this in front of her. Love you, Nicole. Nicole's going to be singing one of the most beautiful ballads in our repertoire, Que te pedi.
Que supieras que no hay en la vida otro amor como mi amor. Que no te di que pudiera en tus manos poner, que aunque quise robarme la luz para ti, hoy me pides tú las estrellas y el sol. No soy un dios, así como soy, yo te ofrezco mi amor. No tengo más. Pide soy. Yo te ofrezco mi amor, no tengo más. Pide lo que yo puedo darte. No me importa entregarme a ti sin condición. Ay, ay, pero ¿qué te pedí? Tú lo puedes al mundo decir, que supieras que no hay en la vida otro amor como mi amor.
Nicole Ramirez. Our next piece is going to feature Matt Catrone. Matt's in his 4th semester with Latin Ensemble. His favorite memory would have to be the first time Latin Ensemble met as a group in Hosmer after returning from COVID, remote learning. He said, my first experience in Latin Ensemble and my first experience since COVID. And that was a really powerful night. I remember it very well. We were all masked. We were all 6 or 8 or 12 feet apart on Hosmer stage. It was more about the camaraderie and esprit de corps than the musicianship at that point, because ensemble was out of the question, but it was a really, really important night for all of us. Matt's going to be pursuing internship in the music business industry in the fall with a hope to work with instrumental products. And Matt is going to share with us a combo piece entitled Mambo In, with an assist from Casey Acero.